Good morning, everyone. It's Jen here from Tarot Spirit, here for your weekly reading for the week starting May 17th. I'm going to use two decks today, and I did this spread a couple weeks ago. I'm going to pull two cards for a different categories. And today I'm using the Mystic Dreamer and the Arthurian Legend Tarot. So I think I had work first, and I'm not going to do that because I don't think work should be first. So we will do overall health and well-being, relationships, and then work at the bottom, and two overall outcome cards. And I just wanted to thank all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you stopping by and supporting my channel very much. Okay, so overall health and well-being. Ooh, the Sun. And wow, the King of Cups. So we're feeling emotionally warm and happy. I know just the fact that living in the Northeast, seeing sunshine, having warm weather is certainly making a big impact on my overall attitude and outlook and how I'm feeling. So this card can come up when maybe we've been through a little bit of a challenging time and we're seeing things clearly or clearer than we had been. We can have a bit of an enlightenment in a part of our life. So this would be health and well-being. We did have judgment in this position a couple weeks ago. So for some of us, we were going to be going through it didn't have to be anything major, but whatever the shift or the awakening or the decision we were making it didn't have to be big in and of itself, but it was going to make a big and significant impact on our lives. And I think we're seeing that result here with the Sun. I have a hummingbird buzzing around my head. Sorry, I'm distracted. And the King of Cups, he's an emotionally mature man. So he's not afraid of examining his feelings and discussing his feelings. But he doesn't allow his feelings to rule him. So a positive, he would be a very good psychiatrist, anything like that, even a physician. The negative aspect of him would be that he's very emotional and angry, or just lets his emotions drive him, and he's not in control of them. He can also be a drinker. But next to the Sun, this is all the positive aspects of this king. So I would say for us, this would mean, because I tend to read court cards, sometimes they are definitely people, but I tend to read them as aspects of ourselves. So I think we're coming into a time of feeling very emotionally mature about a specific situation in our lives. We're just feeling very, generous and warm and emotionally fulfilled, and feeling like we're really seeing things clearly, and it's making us feel very good about it. And the next category is relationships. Whoa! I don't know if you can hear that. There are two hummingbirds buzzing by. Okay, wow. So in relationships, we have the World. It's pretty nice. And the Queen of Wands. So I want to talk about her first. So this queen, wands are all about passion and creativity and entrepreneurial spirit, and these people are real go getters. And I'm being dive bombed by hummingbirds. Real go getters. And I like the depiction in this card because you can see she's on a ship and the water is very choppy in the background, but she is not looking at that water. She is holding on, she's steady, and she's looking straight ahead because she knows where she's going, and she's not going to be deterred, or she's not going to be thrown off course just because of a little bit of choppy water. So I think in our relationships, that would be a good thing to keep in mind, is to make sure we see the big picture and what we want to create, and not let a little bit of choppy water here and there derail us. Now, if it's a huge hurricane, we may want to take notice. And the world, so it's interesting. For a relationship, this could be that you guys are just, and this doesn't have to be just a relationship, a sexual relationship. It can be a union. It can be, with your family, with coworkers, with your friends. It's not specific to a romantic relationship. So the world's kind of an interesting card because it's the attainment of goals. You're in a really good cycle, the top of a really good cycle, but it also has that other edge of an ending. So I'm not saying relationships are ending, but maybe a part of your relationship with someone has either gotten to a point where you don't really have to think about it anymore. And, say you guys were, we'll use a romantic relationship, we're fighting over finances or something, but you've decided to make a budget. You got together and worked together and created a budget, and it's really just not, or come to some sort of agreement, and it's just not something you guys fight about, or it doesn't create tension anymore. That would be an example. I think I'm going to have to come back. There's something here. But there's passion. This queen is passionate. So I almost feel like in relationships, you're looking for something new. Okay, I'm going to come back to that. So then work and career. High Priestess. Not surprised that came up. And the Six of Swords. Interesting. So I've come to learn that the High Priestess for me comes up when there's something hidden, something you don't know, something. It doesn't necessarily mean something's wrong, but I don't think we have all the information at work. So I would definitely, when the High Priestess comes up, trust your gut. When you get that feeling around certain people and just that thought goes through your head, like, something, even if you don't know, you can't put your finger on it, you don't know exactly what it is, make sure you take note of who you're talking to, and when that comes up, that feeling comes up. Excuse me. And so my throat got a little closed there. So, either someone's not saying something or saying too much, or maybe you should just not say too much until you figure out what's going on. So really trust your gut and your intuition, and sort of keep your own counsel at this time, I would say, in the workplace. And the Six of Swords is about mentally becoming, being able to leave some mental baggage anxiety, stress that you've been carrying around. Being able to sort of leave that behind. You're letting go of something in your mind that's going to bring you some peace. The cards usually, and this does have people in a boat, usually has people, in a boat, escaping or getting away from a bad situation. And this is often there will be choppy water on one side and smooth on the other. The water's smooth on this one. This is more of a serene card, being guided by the stars. I think that, again, you do well at work to just sort of keep your head down and keep your opinions to yourself and just wait for things to play out, because I feel like there's something going on that you don't know about. I think there's something going on you don't know about, but just to sort of keep your own counsel for a while until you see how that's going to play out. So for the outcome cards, we have the Two of Wands and Temperance. So the Two of Wands, Wands is the suit of passion and work and manifesting things. And the two, so in the Ace we have, an ember sparks into a flame, and we're passionate about something and moving forward. And the two, right off, we get to the two, and the two is, okay, you have this idea, but you need to be able to truly manifest it. You have to start making a few decisions and sort of direct and contain that spark of inspiration to be able to start to manifest it on the physical plane. So this points to decisions, but it's still a very positive card. It's like a happy problem, like, oh, okay, you have to make a decision about where to take this incredible new venture that you're excited about. Excuse me. It a little bit, I'm feeling drawn to the work cards, actually, especially the Six of Swords. If you're sort of, I don't know if maybe people will be changing jobs or something's going to be shifting that's going to make the environment seem different. And I think you're going to have some decisions to make. And I think I really think it's going to be positive. But I think while the transition and everything's going on, it's going to be, people don't tend to do well with change. So maybe consider how you're going to react if things change in the work environment. Are you going to be resistant? Are you going to be part of the problem or part of the solution? And when things are changing, that's when, someone once told me, I went through a significant change at a job I used to have, and it was going well, and then all of a sudden people started getting fired. It was like, oh my God, what's going on here? And so I went and talked to my previous manager, and she said, listen, basically what I just said, you can be part of the problem or part of the solution. And this is often these stressful times is when you can really earn your stripes. And it was interesting. It was like, boom, just that subtle shift of how I viewed the situation made a tremendous difference. And I was like, well, I'm definitely going to be part of the solution. And I just wasn't afraid anymore. So temperance comes up. It's just about balance. And I feel like that sort of relates to how I decided to lay the categories out. It's like I don't want, even though I seem to pick up on the work focus for some reason. I don't want, it's priorities and balance. And I'm going to put my overall health and well-being first. Then I'm going to put my relationships, because this is sort of my relationship with myself, right? My overall health and well-being, and then my relationships, and then work. So finding that balance in your life, and the two really is balance as well. You know, twos can be about balancing things. So making sure that as we kind of have some different, they're all very positive cards, but things are like going really feeling good at home, and the relationships are good, but they're transforming, and I think there's changes coming at work. So, you know, when things start changing for the good or the bad, it can make us, you know, a little bit uneasy. So that's where we have to be careful. We have to balance our enthusiasm of the wands, and you know, there's a lot of water in here, so in our emotional well-being, as we're trying to balance all these different aspects of our lives. Yeah, nice. So nice week. Very nice week. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. If you have any comments or any interpretations about the cards, please leave them in the comments. I love reading and talking about tarot and hearing other people's what jumped out at them. There's no right or wrong, so please feel free to share your thoughts about the cards. And I will see you next week. Have a great week. Bye.